Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to round 4 of the Serpents Open May tournament, part of the summer 2021 circuit. Of course, the first qualifier for that season final. We had a great season final for winter, and we have some new players, some returning players, one of which is in this game. We have an Aeon mirror match. One of the two leaders of this tournament so far, 1 and 2 spot. And of course, in the top right, we have our white Aeon commander. It is FoxTermelon, opening up with a double land factory. Very interesting. Usually he does a air factory, so nice, interesting switch up. And on the other side, actually kind of good for him that he opened up with 1 research in this match in particular. It is the Bronx, who is actually Magenra, opening up with 2 land factories. I'm gonna have to get in a habit of calling him the Bronx now. But it's nice to see him back playing and kind of returning to his somewhat prior form. Of course, he hasn't had a whole lot of luck in some of his games recently, and just funky things going on. But I think he's been doing well in the past 2 weeks, or maybe 1 week. And in this tournament, of course, he's currently in 2nd place behind FoxTermelon, so he really needs a good showing here. I think at the very least he needs a draw to send him forward. But even then, I think he's a little bit at disadvantage because he started with a lower MMR, so that means he has a lowest book holds value, which is basically based on the relative level of your opponents. It's so interesting. FoxTermelon grabbing a research station as well. He must be looking at that score, and maybe he can read it that well to know that this is, or maybe he just knows that it's land. I don't know. I don't know what's going on through his head. I can't read the game that well when I'm playing, so maybe he knows it's a research station. But even if it's not a research station, I think he knows that it's not air, so maybe that's why he feels relatively comfortable building a research station himself. Nice engineer scout by Bronx, really finding out that there's really no air potential. I guess there's still a little bit of an air potential, but not as much. And I think this is a comfortable game, honestly, for Bronx because, I don't know. I haven't seen him play in a long time, but when you have air or something else, it really complicates the game. Teleport, he can play relatively standard. He can be a little creative, and that's what the Bronx, I guess, now has been known in the last year is, and I think the reason why people weren't giving him a whole lot of credit is because he put out some innovative plays last year, and some of which are being used by pros. Most notably his shield play. I think he was the one that, I don't know if he came up with that build or not, but he was one of the first to use it in the SCS tournaments. So and now it's pretty common actually. We see Vanity and FoxTermelon using same kind of strategy with the shields. So it'll be very interesting to see. It looks like Magenra is going to be going for that fast route to teleport with the Bada Booms. His opponent, let's see, no research from FoxTermelon yet. He's still on 2 land factories, which I don't quite like. Another reason why I think Magenra is just a little bit ahead here. Radar's going to be coming down for him as well, so he's going to see all the flanks right now. He could have been in trouble here if FoxTermelon did decide to flank a little bit, but for the time being, he is safe. He needs to get that radar up kind of quickly, though, I would say, but does not have the mass for it. I would just, cancel this route here, build a radar first, and then, because I think a radar at this point really needs to be prioritized. It looks like FoxTermelon is going to be prioritizing teleport as well, going Bada Booms as well. I don't know how these players are making these decisions. They are correct decisions, but they're essentially making these decisions blind. But I think overall, both players are choosing to stay back, which means generally you don't play through shields. You can play through, teleport. Because when you're going shields, you're usually pushing out and being aggressive. which means this game is most likely going to end with a snipe, which is a little bit of an unfortunate thing, but I think it's actually better for Bronx here because I do think he is a little behind on his micro skills behind FoxTermelon. And to be fair, a lot of players are the same way. Not very many people can contest with FoxTermelon on micro, so I think this is a little better for him. Quite a bit of bada booms making their way out for FoxTermelon. Actually, the same exact amount. I don't know. Land factories, 5th land factory coming out. Now it's Magenra who's behind on that front, but he is a little ahead on the expansions. He really needs to start throwing down land factories. You really can't wait for all these energy generators to start being built. Magenra, you can't wait. You can't be prioritizing energy generators right now. Oh boy, especially that many energy generators. Yeah, I mean, I think that's going to be the beginning of the end here, and a build order loss, I think. I don't want to be overly dramatic, but this is actually a pretty big deal. Not only are you prioritizing or deprioritizing unit production, you're also tying up your ACU to build all of these energy generators, which is a huge deal right now. You're also building these factories kind of in a weird position, but so is FoxTermelon, who's not grabbing any of these expansions. But, you know, these expansions won't matter once there's teleport, and whoever has the more units, whoever can teleport more units and stay relatively good in positioning is going to win out this game. I really don't like this prioritization. There's no reason to be building this many energy generators for Magenra. Yes, he's going to have a lot of energy for teleport, but it won't matter again because FoxTermelon is going to have more units here. I would say this is a decent engage actually for Magenra. Teleport already coming out because of that earlier research station. But, oh man, you know, I don't like this. I don't like this at all because, oh, there's no teleport actually for FoxTermelon yet. Man, FoxTermelon should be getting to it really shortly here. And once this land force goes down, which I don't think this is going to be enough to kill FoxTermelon. Or am I wrong? I think I'm actually wrong. FoxTermelon is going to go down here. Man, I need to cast more games. Taking a month break is not good for me because apparently I cannot read snipes anymore. But well played by Bronx here. Aeon versus Aeon is not FoxTermelon's strongest suit, as is quoted by him. So don't even listen to me. He said this specifically. So that is a quick 1-0 win for Magen, and we're going to go to game 2. I forget what the map is, but we'll be there in just one moment. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to game 2 of this round 4 match between two perhaps greatest Aeon players. Of course, there's a few other ones in contention for that, but I think last year was Bronx, and this year it's definitely FoxTermelon so far. And of course, I already introduced the players, but let's go ahead and show where they are and what they're doing. In the right-hand side of Powderhorn Mesa, we have our red Aeon commander opening up with a double research station. I don't like it. I don't like it. It's Magenra, aka the Bronx. And his opponent on the other side of Powderhorn Mesa, it is the white Aeon commander opening up with a little bit of a more standard approach here. It is FoxTermelon opening up with a triple actually, land factory. Oh man, it's so interesting how their scores are fairly equal though. Wow. FoxTermelon should know that this is a research, though, which I would honestly expect him to go TML here. TML actually would be very good here, I think. Well, actually, not necessarily, because those research stations could get Magen to that anti-missile engineer already making its way. It's gonna know there's Shajas. I mean, this is great for Magen. Oh no, Magen, you gotta keep sending them forward. Or maybe he knows that it's a triple land factory. Shajas are a possibility. I mean, again, I don't think people give enough credit to the ability of Magen to select the strategy correctly. I don't think people do. And we'll see if I'm correct here. I think tanks are definitely like more of a correct response here. Sitting back is more of a correct response here from Magenra. I would like to see some shields, maybe a point defense plopping down, and just playing defensively, building up that economy, although he's still not expanding. So that's a little rough for him, but then again, so is FoxTermelon is also not doing it. This is going to be an all-in from FoxTermelon with the Shaja push. His commander is making his way forward as well. And, you know, FoxTermelon has no idea what's happening here. He has no idea. You know, if this was air from Magenra, this would be actually pretty good for Magenra, but unfortunately it's not air. Or fortunately, I guess, for FoxTermelon, it is land, and tanks don't do the greatest, but then again, not really many land units do. If I would select a unit to engage with Shajas, it would probably be tanks, or maybe Shajas themselves. But honestly, when you have less Shajas, when you're being outproduced, Shajas are not the greatest counter to Shajas because you're just going to get outspammed. So instead, what you got to do is hope to get a good engagement, which gets very, very hard when you have this many Shajas and basically a spam. So this is going to be very difficult. There's a radar installation upgraded on one of these factories. Don't necessarily agree with that, Magen, because you have a radar here essentially, which is a great play. That's all you really need. You need a point defense, really, but he doesn't have enough money. You need a shield generator as well. You absolutely have to have a shield generator. There's no question about it. There's the shield generator, okay. Yeah, I mean, I think he's doing the right things. I think he's anticipating these Shajas. But even if it's not a Shaja, I would actually put this point defense... Yep. Behind the shields. Don't get me wrong, this is going to be very, very difficult for Bronx to deal with. Already a decent engagement for Magen here. He needs to get to those Shajas. You can't just sit there. You have to... Oh, shields on those units as well. That's not bad. Honestly, shields against Shajas are not bad. He gets a really good engagement with the Shajas here, but I don't think enough Shajas are going down. He needs to bring his commander forward. I don't know why he's focusing down on the commander. That's not the correct play here. He needs to finish up the Shajas. If he cleans out the Shajas, he will be in really good shape here. Is Magen doing this right now? He absolutely does. FoxTermelon is in half health and in trouble. And I think the correct choice is actually to back up here for Magen and build another land factory. Absolutely. Absolutely right choice. Nope, but not this. Nope. You can't engage like that. Nope, you got to pull back. You got to just wait until a couple more reinforcements and re-engage with the Shajas. Can't sit back for too long here, though, with those MMLs making their way out. But this is a good position for our red player here. Another shield generator is making its way out. This is a good play. Tank, okay. I like how the ACU is drawing some fire on from those mobile missile launchers. Oh, but now there's going to be a point defense creep, and that actually might be pretty difficult to deal with if it gets out of hand. Magen has to be extremely careful here with his ACU. Honestly, he could go for just a draw here. I wouldn't mind that at all. He's going to focus down FoxTermelon's ACU. I don't think this is going to be enough. Oh! And again, I misread the game. I thought FoxTermelon was going to get out of there just in time, but apparently those tanks are have very long range. And yeah, for the second time in this series, I misread a snipe. Apparently that is way more than enough for Magenra to take a 2-0 win over FoxTermelon. And I would say this is a more comfortable win than Soul Ripper had over Kenny, if I was totally honest. Yeah, it keeps the tournament alive, and I think anybody can take it at this point, because FoxTermelon can definitely win his last match, and who knows what can happen in the last series for Magen. So it might come down to the Buchholz value, and it might be very interesting. So I'm looking forward to seeing what game 5 we're going to cast, but for now I'm going to take a little break. We're probably going to get in on a game 2 of somebody because these 2 series were very quick. So don't go anywhere. We'll be right back, hopefully in just a moment. If you're still watching, give a thumbs up to this video. If you liked the video, leave a comment. If you loved the video, please subscribe. And if you are blown away by it, check out my Patreon page. This has been Nite. Take care and peace out.